Ring 720 Science Broadcast. Okay, for tonight it is I can't remember what it was about. Mantis is part of the Alien Disclosure. I don't think I put virus in the title of this one, as much as I'd like to. I have to get a rest every once in a while. The Mantis and our human evolution, and insect races that kind of run our planet. So, different ways of looking at this. This is one perspective. I don't think you're going to hear this from anywhere else. Probably not. For those who want to keep their sanity, I don't blame them. But blaming the reptilians for everything is probably not the best idea. There's always somebody else behind them. There's archons. But they're not, it's never going to be 100% clear. What I've been connecting to, let's go back a little bit. I mentioned this earlier about mantis beings. You think about insects. They get into everything. They're everywhere. They're termites. It's like an insect for everything. They can probably eat through a car. So, they adapt. They don't live very long, depending on the insect. Because for a cockroach, you can live forever. But, they get into stuff. And it goes into their high mind. And, I'm not the first one. Others have talked about this probably years ago, maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, about Mantis being very evolved genetic engineers. And not all insect races are, obviously, I can't prove any of this in our reality, but I'm just going to go from a four-dimensional perspective. Basically, the mantis was, I guess, the best well-built to handle, that type of evolution of basically just genetic engineering anything they can get their hands on, just trying things out. And you can see even our scientists, you might feel currently an insect energy from some of them. All about aliens is innovation, inventing, creating. So the human evolved from the insect basically over time. Doesn't mean that they're involved with everything, but they played a big role in it, quietly, of course. And of course, most of humanity is going, no, that's not true. They're always shooting everything down, and then we're here in a prison planet going to work every day. It's like, if you don't open up your mind, you can stay a slave. It's good to have an open mind. Who knows how to have all the answers, but I believe insects play a big role in everything. Look at malaria. The insects, you go to Africa, it's like, you have to have like malaria, medicine or something like that, or spray or whatever it is, so you don't get malaria and die. And it's traveled by insects. So, and luckily we're not going through that right now. We have to have tents around us and everything. And jeez, so not to say it's not here somewhere. So yeah, as we go and we're opening up more of ourselves. Now the reptilians are stronger in physicality. Insects aren't so much. They can only do so much, but they're pretty much easy to wipe out. But once again, they're everywhere. There's more of them than there is a reptilian energy, and they can reproduce faster. The insects. What I felt from the early parts of the universe, it's all mostly insect beings. There's others, but insects are the one that are the most mobile, you can say. So. Some are going to have difficulties digesting that, but more power to you on that one. So, people are already freaking out about reptilian energies being here. But the insect, from what I picked up recently, through a channel, that's why I was going to put Ashtar Command in the title of this, but I got too much already in there. Of course, there's Kryon. They'll bring Kryon. No, I'm not sure if Kryon's too big on insects, probably. Of course, you have the beautiful butterfly energies. There's a lot of other beautiful. That's probably the best looking one of them all. There's probably others, but You know, butterfly vibration. So it shows there is a lighter side, but there's a military side of insect beings also. So it comes down to insects in the long run. So people is like, you know, they're not always seeing what's right in front of them. And the reason I'm going into this because it's a deep part of our society, our evolution. The more we put this out, the more we have our alien invasion that we're looking for. Eventually, these alien beings, are going to start popping up around here. Eventually, if I know when. You know, like I say about the reptilians, as powerful as they are, why don't they just start showing themselves if they're so wonderful? They won't do it. So maybe they're not as strong as they say they are. Yeah, they're pretty weak when you look at it. I mean, they talk a big show, but they say, why don't you just show yourselves? It's like, we might get penalized or something. Who cares? It's like, what do you care? You're strong, right? Not that strong. They might be pulled their rank or whatever it is, thrown off the planet, but at least they made an appearance. Zetas do it. They do it in a certain way they have their way of doing it, let's put it that way. But reptilians are more like cowardly reptilians than anything else, so. And insects don't feel like they need to show themselves. So the insect, so yeah, it's like I think once we're on the channelings here, I just felt. Let me check something real quick. Make sure we're still okay. Make sure everything's this new system here. Okay, it's going. It's not exactly 100% working. This new live system, but yeah, I believe that. I was doing a channeling here. Is like, what's more powerful than a reptilian and insect being showed up. Didn't really show what it looked like, but it was like a very powerful mental being, like very powerful. Maybe not physically powerful, because you can be wiped out in a second, but they're very just strong overall in the mind. So, so you do a little bit of looking. So okay, what's right in front of us that we're not seeing, or maybe we are seeing it and just don't want to see it, or whatever it might be. I think let's see. I'm a little bit out of focus. So I have to say there's an insect being that's going to show up. Yeah, nobody ever shows up at all. They just sort of stand around and listen, and they don't do shit. But we are going to go to time when alien beings are going to start popping up here. Why? Because we're coming to that time of our existence here. We're kind of running out of, get up and going to work and doing that every single day. That's a lot of fun. So we're going to more of connecting to our other side of ourselves. So it's just part of soul growth. It's not just for the excitement of connecting to unknown beings. There's more to it than that, of course. So, all right, we're going to a quick update, which I don't remember what the update is, but guys, I'm Tor.com in private sessions. If you dare, scheduler, we're not a channel. Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. There. I think I'm on the 28th for some people here. Same situation here. Other channels and heroes I do recommend. Social network. Awesomeness. As usual. Okay, so. Okay. So, when we look up the movie Alien, they could have made a movie called Alien. It could have been anything else. Is that it's a space parasite. Could have been anything else. So it's basically an insect being, basically. Lovely, huh? Why is that? It's like, why? It's not just because it's a horror movie and all of that. No, there's more to it. Not to say that this thing's running the planet or anything. This thing's probably stupid. But it sort of, this is a scary. There are parasitic beings here, no doubt about it. But, They just did that to shock people. But there is an insect race here. Now, if you go to alien insects and look up alien insects, of course you get, awesomeness. I mean, he's actually doing it. It's not CGI. It's too funny. I'm not going to go into all these. It's too freaking weird. But if you look it up, you get a lot of weird shit. And this stuff's real. That's real. Does it not look like an alien? So, and this is on the planet. Currently. This isn't something that's, made up. Some of this stuff might be, but that's not made up. So, it's on how you look at things. Okay, some of this stuff's made up, but either way, not all of it. But it's right in front of us. It's on how you want to look at it. So you don't have to look at that thing. But, it just shows you that there's a lot of darkness here, obviously. And we have to grow up. So I have to say those things are going to start popping up now, but you never know, I guess. I mean, it's just right in front of you, and if you want to see it or not, it's up to you. Yeah, I mean, you just got to start looking at the world in a different way. I mean, we're in 2020, right? We're looking at the world from 2020 vision. For alien energies to fully come in, you have to have more people have to want it. We're not quite there, obviously. We just want to be slaves. That's something to be proud of. Oh, jeez. Conspiracies when blaming Bill Gates for everything. It's like, come on, people. It's just more to life than blaming people for everything. 5G. I don't know if they're going to send David Icke the bill for all the 5G stuff that got burned down in the UK. That's a joke, but damn, that's fucked up. So, yeah, so you concentrate more on yourself. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing. Not worry about Bill Gates and everything and whatever it is. Obviously, if you need to pay attention to it, understood, but not to give away your power. And, what's here? This is why these beings are not showing up, because people are never ready. That's the same song and dance. But I feel like the aliens aren't ready either, obviously. But it doesn't mean they're not getting ready. I think, yeah, it's all about opening up a door. Something's going to happen eventually. They just can't. At least to give people a sneak peek of what's to come. Doesn't mean it's going to be anything. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I don't know what's going to be. Everyone has their own version of it. Nobody knows. But, we're definitely going into a new... just a gradual. It's about us worrying about ourselves. It's not about just a flying being, a fifth dimensional being flying around doing their little tricks. It's our evolution. We evolved to a car and technology's here. And we evolve internally into who's here. Basically opening up your chakras to see who's around, and that's when it becomes more clear. It's hard. Yeah, this is channeling all this is hard, obvious. Yeah, it's just we're not seeing these things here. As people like to, it's hard. It's part of the battle. It's a war. It's not an easy war. I got a candle over there. The candle I can get. Something just flew over there. So, all right. I was going to connect to Ashtar Command again. Ashtar Command is very, from what I've picked up on, is very connected to politics. And some people have different connections with them, but doesn't mean it's going to be a political channeling, but we are in a different time zone, or we're in a different type of environment. The future's unknown. It's always been unknown, but now it's really getting interesting, isn't it? I feel this month, next month, some major changes are coming financially. That doesn't mean the world's going to blow up, but some things are just going to go away. People don't need them anymore. What people don't need anymore is going to go away. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so whatever the hell that is, you have the choice of it. So All right, here we go. Blessings. All right, here we go. Greetings. This is Ashtar Command. Your planet is in a incubator of evolving, of opening, yes, the door to our existence here, of your further existence, of who you are. Basically, humanity shut down history, shut down of where you came from, for to focus on the now, not so much the future, the past. And you are not even worried about the future, definitely. You're working on now. Throughout history, you're always working on now. Of course, there's futurists that come through it to build timelines for your future, for technologies to make life a little bit better, at least on the physical front, for your teeth, your hair, your eyes, things like that, surgeries. As your Earth becomes more galactic with alien technologies, which is you. Humanity on this world helped many aliens evolve more than they ever could imagine. Even at your state of being lost as you are. Be surprised how much a world like this can teach the universe. As it keeps itself shut down to be a hard-headed world, to show alien beings are not exactly acting like adults. You know, sometimes you can call your world a child race. You don't have to look at it that way, but it is a world that's kind of seen like that. But there's a lot of knowledge within a child race, as it rather just because it doesn't want to be connected to the foolishness of the universe. It is sick of its old ways and wants to do something different. If it has to shut itself down and go into its own darkness, so be it. As it's bringing a lot of darkness from other beings. A lot of alien beings are actually becoming more positive because of your world. Because your world can eat them alive. It's like, you think you can handle the projects or the gangs, think again. As many beings think they are rulers of the universe, they come here and they lose. Not ruler of anything. And then they can easily take over this planet, think again. And many have tried. And they've always tried. So you're going to a new evolution of yourselves. Yes, you've been through enough. Once technologies are brought into your world to show that you are going through the next chapter. Basically just knowing more of who you are is what's coming in. The mysteries won't exactly be solved instantly. But you are into a time of just peacefulness. A peacefulness worldwide. As there's going to be, of course, darkness within your politicians because they are connected to the lower chakras of your society. Somebody has to be. And there's many perks in the lower dimensions, of course. But as you evolve, you'll see the lies of your society, of politicians, of anything, your media, become more clear on a galactic, on a high mind, on humanity's energies. You'll see it more. Now, you might not fully see it. You might just disconnect from it. Meaning organizations, businesses might just go away. Instead of you have to fully see you don't have to see everything. But there will be things that your society, your human collective will see more clearly. And it just become more on an angelic internet of telepathic. You just know each other better. And it's already there. It has not been fully synchronized and activated just yet. It's not everybody wants to open themselves up, which is quite understood. You don't have to. But be coming a time where that's all you want is everyone to know who you are. You want everybody to know what you're up to. Because that's how you grow. It's another form, a level of growing. Where there's no more secrets, you don't need them anymore. You don't have to experience that anymore. Now it's about telling everybody your secrets. It's like, I don't have enough secrets to tell everyone. because that's where the excitement's going to come from. So it's like, how long did you keep those secrets, and then now you tell everybody, and that's your new story of your planet. So you're letting go of your old ways. Now you can look at from the virus perspective, but you don't have to. But society has to evolve somehow, and humanity had decided for this a wake-up call, a major one. A wake-up call is not going away anytime soon, as you can see. Now, you could have went a different route of have more of your earth changes instead. We don't really get to tap into who you are. More of opening oneself. Difficult, but necessary. So that's what you're doing at this time. And it's going to be, you're not always going to like what you see. Now, the insect beings that have been showing themselves, the mantis beings, are very advanced throughout your universe. They are a little bit of everybody. Now, it doesn't mean it's in their DNA, but they have the knowledge of everyone. Because insect races, yes, they pull in a lot of knowledge. Your ant race is very much a controlled high mind, which goes into other alien races. So as you see how you evolve, your society is very insect-like. Is doing what your masters are telling you what to do. The bosses are saying is very insect. It is similar to your third world countries, of course, but all across the world is basically has the same mindset of having a leader, a boss, tell you what to do, and it doesn't have to be a slave-like environment. In some ways, it feels that way, but there's knowledge within that slavery. There's knowledge within that darkness. That's where all the knowledge is, actually. Doing something you don't want to do. Yes, because a lot of alien beings get lazy. And then you do what you don't want to do, and you become more productive, and you care about those small things, the little things in life. Those people or alien beings that get everything they want it's not always enough. But when you have it all taken away, that's when you learn everything. So, abundance has its perks, but you can have many abundant lifetimes, but eventually have a lifetime where you don't have anything. You have a different type of abundance. Internal abundance. So this world and worlds similar to it are much needed. Your insect race that are controlling society, they know they've done this before. They even control your Illuminati energies. They are controlling your mental grid at this time. So the grid that you're living in is when you tap into to basically be like you learn how to be a human in this version of the world, of humanity. There's all different types of versions of humanity. This one, you want to connect to it to a certain degree to be able to fit in. Be part of society, laugh a certain way, look a certain way, comb your hair a certain way. That's the grid. That's the matrix grid, you can say. That's slowly coming down. More bizarreness will come up, more creativity within yourselves, more bizarre makeup, more hairstyles that nobody understands, high vibrational knowledge. Basically, someone change their look so they look like a high vibrational being. Painting themselves doesn't mean it has to be paint there forever. It's just time to just unlock. And now it's going to be part of society of having time for yourself to know more about yourself. Even if you don't have all the answers, you connect with what brings happiness to you. As many here, yes, they're not exactly the most happiness in this society. It's quite understood. Because it was all taken away because it's there to want to cherish the little things of life, the small details of life. The little things matter so much. Gratitude. And gratitude is the hardest thing, but having no material possessions and having friends around you, gratitude. You can be a homeless person, have gratitude just for those that are around you, helping you grow. So those that are in the gratitude energy are really holding on to it. I've had high abundance in many incarnations. And as it slowly trickles away of your material, you learn more about who you are. They're not ready to pull that away just yet. But internal growth is key. That's what this world is designed for. Yes, it is hell on earth. It's necessary. That says Ashtar Command beings are here to help you with your growth too. For you not to be too overburdened by the tests, because the tests can get many alien beings would love to just test people to death. So we assist with calming a lot of that down, pulling a lot of negative beings back. And sometimes it's necessary because the guide, your spirit guide energies allow it, you allow it, but eventually it gets pulled back. So Earth's transformation is key. You're connecting more to your solar plexus of your planet. So this is a chakra shift. It's not really a... Yes, you might have a virus here, but that's just to show your people the changes on the way. And it's not going away, is it? No. It could have, but no. It's not going anywhere. It has to do its duty. The chakras of the earth are becoming a new energy. So that new energy, some people can't handle it, so they leave. You call it death. You call it soul transformation. Soul never dies. So you just left the planet to go somewhere else. That's all. So it might be a death on this planet. Mourning will be healed eventually here. It's as you realize the soul lives forever. Mourning will no longer exist. The cemeteries will be healed, and you'll have a new planet. That's what you're learning. You're expanding from this reality. And that is key. Yes, mourning will be over. Blessings to you. There's another one here. Blessings to you. Greetings, I am Kryon, magnetic service. Greetings. Yes, humans, yes, they're seeing themselves. They're looking in the mirror. Even if they're not looking at a mirror, you're looking at a mirror. And that mirror is terrifying. What have I been missing about myself? So, yes, many wish not to see that. And then they go outside and start a protest or something. I'm not ready to deal with my stuff just yet. Which is fine, but you can't run away from it forever. As many of you are contracted to look in that mirror and know that you are much more than this human that you're in right now. You're here to activate your bodies to change everything. So, many are avoiding it for obvious purposes of just wanting to go back to the way things used to be. Because even if it was hard, many made it work for them. But many are glad to see it gone. Many are at home, yes, unemployed, and enjoying every minute of course, the future is unknown. But it's like a much needed vacation, which many would wish would last for a couple of years, and quite understood. Because it's been unfair, but that's part of the growth. But many souls do need a couple of years of vacation, and then take it easy, find what brings happiness to them. Soul growth is happiness too. It's many things. Going within is just giving happiness and pleasure to yourself, to others, or making life hell for others. So that's another version of soul growth too. Actually, it's like, I have shadow energies I'm about to share to all of you. Get ready. My shadow energies are going to attack all of you anytime soon. It might kill some of you, possibly. But you know what you signed up for. And many of you are tired of that shadow energy. But it is a major part of the soul. And many are absolutely tired of it. Yes, because you've been through enough. You've been through war, hell, and back. Many of you are angelic incarnations here. Have seen the war and just want to bring peace here. And you're feeling your powers are increasing because more of the fourth dimensional energies are getting stronger on the planet. The Earth is going through a major transformation. And it needs you more now than ever. And some of you that have had hell lives here will feel better. You don't have to leave the world to feel better. You can be here still. Because many of them feel that death is the only way to feel better. Fourth dimension's not fast enough. Just give me death. Let this body sleep and let me finally be alive. We realize that agony is also bringing in the fourth dimension faster. Some of it's like, okay, fine, I'll go through this hell to bring those energies in to assist with soul growth for everyone. A new energy, basically. What is that new energy? Once again, is the mirror to see yourselves. And it's, many have looked away, of course. Politicians don't even want to have anything to do with it. A lot of them are just going to just go where they need to. A lot of souls come here just to do a certain job. They don't need to figure out who they are. They're just here to do a job and leave. That's it. Their soul growth themselves somewhere else. Not everyone's here to fully figure themselves out, as you've noticed. But some are. Yeah, there's not one fit everyone. It's like, oh, here everyone's just here to find fourth and fifth dimensions. Not at all. Man, it is hell with that. I would do that on another planet. I'm just here to play video games or find whatever it is. What does this third dimensional reality give to them? And that's all they need. And then they'll open themselves up to fourth and fifth dimensions whenever they feel like. So it's just, some higher dimensional beings or humans that are here can't do the 5D. Yes, do look down on human race. And those that are look up at this person, it's like, what are you looking down at us for? At least we know who we are. Because not everyone in the fifth dimension mindset knows who they are. They think they do. But it's not always. It's like they think they have all the answers of higher dimensional realities. Think again. There is a lot of hardships in those realities too that they easily avoid. But they're there. And that's what some of your humans here are here to teach them. You can be in a higher dimension all you want. But there's a rough side to every 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. All of them is always a rough side. And that's why many are here for that. To teach higher dimensional, supposedly high dimensional beings. You work with what you have. Some are just ready to upgrade, go to college, leave the planet, but you still have much to learn here. Many are just ready to screw those tests. I'm ready to go. That's not how it works exactly. And that's what many are learning at this time. Well, they feel like they can go to the fourth and fifth dimension realities without a problem. But many of you are not to say you're at a low vibration, many of you know that, many of you have knowledge that these higher dimensional beings have not learned it, basically. So we're going to give them a good kick in the butt, basically. Because they need it. Because they don't see everything clearly. So that's what this world's here for. And you're just getting started with that. It's basically to have balance in dimensions. So it's for third dimensional world. It is a third, fourth, fifth dimensional world currently, right now. It's actually more than that, but 3, 4, 5. That's what your planet is at this time. So technically you're already at the new Earth. It's just not what you thought it would be. It's not all roses. Everyone's wearing masks instead. Why? Because they don't trust themselves. That's part of it. Obviously, some don't want to get a disease. We understand that, but some aren't trusting themselves. It's like you can heal the disease quite quickly. Of course, that's a different mindset, of course. But there's a lot of fear on this planet that's slowly being healed. So you're healing fear at this time. Not an easy one to heal, of course. A lot of wounds there. A lot of deep wounds. So blessings to you on your journeys.